like a Bill Belichick interview? I know I wouldn't do that to y'all.
The last year, what's it been like for you?
A learning experience, honestly. Playing with Von and DeMarcus just for an entire year has just been really helpful for me because I've been able to learn and really just adapt to the pro life with, two of the best mentors I could possibly ask to have. And it's been a blast, Learned a lot, played a long season, and won a Super Bowl. So, now it's just, building on myself as a player and trying to go back and help my team again.
How many of your friends and family are kind of disappointed the Broncos had to win for you to get that Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's tough, being from Kansas City. But, at the end of the day, the amount of support that I got from everybody, it was so many people in the town. I mean, I've been back for 2 weeks, and, I still haven't been able to stop talking to people about the Super Bowl and how, happy they are for me and that, I'm from the city and I've been able to do something like that. And that's always a great feeling to have your hometown supporting you.
Is it still kind of surreal that you guys actually won it?
It was for about a week and a half, and then I really just had to realize, hey, I'm definitely a Super Bowl champion, and I've been able to hold the Lombardi up. And it's still crazy just because I just remember looking up and, we're in the playoffs, and it's like, okay, we got 2 teams to play, and we could be in the Super Bowl, and it just happened so fast. So, it was just a crazy experience, honestly, and I'm just glad I could be a part of it.
Safe to say that was the highlight of your season, or was there another moment along the way that was kind of like your welcome to the NFL moment?
I really don't think anything trumps being a Super Bowl champion. That's, when you're a kid, you're thinking about playing college football one day, you're playing pros one day, and of course playing in the biggest game there is, which is the Super Bowl, and you don't really fathom that, I could actually do it. And I didn't really think that I would actually be in a Super Bowl and playing in it, and it happened. And so that was definitely probably the biggest accomplishment of my career.
I mean, you can only go down from here, though, right?
Yeah, if you don't go back to the Super Bowl, then it doesn't really compare. So I got to keep winning.
What's it like that week of the Super Bowl for a rookie? I'm sure you may have talked to guys, but when you're out there and it's getting close to game time, just what's going through your mind?
Honestly, the preparation was really the same. I wasn't really nervous. Me personally, I don't really get nervous. I feel like if I prepared enough for the game, then it's just like another game. It's just, of course, it's a Super Bowl. And that week, it was kind of like a bowl game. Of course, the only bowl game in the NFL. But, you're hanging out with your teammates, just enjoying the city. And, of course, finally when you start working, I could just tell by everybody, and especially how in our practice, how guys were focused and how crisp everything looked. So, seeing guys like Von being so confident and calm about things, I really didn't, get all worked up and shaken up. And when the Jets flew over, during the national anthem, that's the only time I get chills is when those Jets fly over the stadium, because it's just like, it's time to play. But besides that, everybody was ready to go.
Have you had a chance to talk to Coney at all?
Yeah, I talked to Coney after the game. I just congratulated him on the game that he played. Because he definitely, they would have won. I feel like he could have got, MVP. And so, him just being my Mizzou brother, I know where, Coney's come from. We were here together. I know all about the guy, and, I was just proud to see him, living out his dream. And even though they lost, he did something that a lot of guys haven't been able to accomplish in their careers. And, I understand how special that was for him and his family. So it was definitely a blessing to be able to go talk to him and, of course, give him some love after the game and just congratulate him on his accomplishments this season and what he's working to do in the future.
Do you guys get any input on the Super Bowl ring, or is that above your pay grade?
No. We know we're getting one. Start there. We really don't have too much of the details of it. I was fitted for my ring, but I know my nickname is going to be on there. They're going to have Stingray on my ring. But besides that, I don't really know too much about it. I just think it's going to be a nice big rock, hopefully. So, yeah.
Shane, a lot has changed here at Mizzou since you played last year. What's kind of your take on all the changes?
It's kind of weird for me, coming back and, seeing all the changes in the coaching staff and just changes around campus. Things you don't feel like you're going that long, and a lot changes very quickly. And so for me, I'm just, I still feel like I'm at home, but it's just a different feeling, of course. Just I'm so used to walking upstairs and Coach Pinkle being there, and Coach Ivy and all those guys, Coach Cool. So it's kind of like a little adjustment, but I really like the new coaching staff as well. Coach Odom's a really good guy, and they treat me, like this is my home as well, and make me feel comfortable. So I'm always gonna love coming back to the zoo, regardless of who's here. Sweat and blood, man, into this school and this program. So it's definitely always a great feeling to be here.
What's it been like for you, kind of watching from afar as Coach Pinkle kind of got dragged through the mud a little bit, and the football program kind of got dragged through? Just kind of what has that been like?
It was kind of crazy, to be honest. Just seeing everything that happened, and of course Coach Pinkle having to step down with his situation and all the changes. When you leave, it's like, wow. It's kind of, I really didn't have any more thoughts about it than that. And I kept in touch with a lot of my teammates, of course, the guys that were still in my class, and just talked to them and, tried to help them get through as much as they could and try to, be some kind of voice. But, everything happens for a reason, and I think that maybe, me leaving early just kind of happened at the right time. I don't know how my season would have been if I had to have dealt with everything that happened last year, but at the end of the day, I love Mizzou, and I think they're heading in the right direction under Coach Odom, and they're going to be a good football team.
What did you think of the boycott and some of the things that guys very well, help do?
My thoughts on it. A lot of people have been taking a stand on whether was it right for them to do it or was it wrong. I'm not really on that standpoint of if it was right or wrong. I was more so proud that, if any collective group of guys can get together, especially a football team, and stand up for something and make a decision collectively, that's big. Those are college kids, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they definitely made the impact that they wanted to make. And as that being my brothers, them being my brothers, I definitely, supported them and was proud of what they were doing. Whether it had been for anything, it didn't even have to be a racial issue. If it was about the taste of the food in the dining hall and they got together about it, I was proud that they worked together to do that. So I know a lot of people was like, it was wrong, or they're on scholarship and all that. None of that matters to me. The fact is, I was proud of what they did collectively as a group.
We're two more.
Personal goals for next year?
Personal goals. I know you guys know I'm big on my goals, but definitely nothing less than a 10-sack season. Definitely a Pro Bowl. So that's definitely on the list.
Have you heard at all from Connor, Evan, Kentrell at all for help with the draft process?
I haven't really been able to reach out to Connor and Evan, but I've talked to Kentrell. And, I'm just kind of reflecting on everything, looking at our class. When me and Kentrell came in, that Pinkle class was supposed to be one of the lower classes, or not really awesomely recruited classes. We got 2 All-Americans. So, I'm proud of Kentrell and everything that he did this season as a leader, and his accomplishments and being invited to the Combine. And I talked to him and kind of give him a heads up of, what these next few months are about to be for him. And, he's going to do fine. All those guys are going to do fine. I know you guys have been keeping post on Connor. He killed the Combine today. And, I'm sure Evan's going to do well. He's probably done well. I didn't really get to check on him, but, it's all fun, man, and you just got to enjoy the process. But the one thing I did tell him was, this year is definitely about to be the longest year of your life. This rookie year, going from Combine training to OTAs to rookie mini camp to team camp to preseason to regular season, and then if you make it to the playoffs, postseason, it's a wear on your body, and so you got to definitely be prepared for that rookie wall, because even if you say it hasn't hit you, for me, week 16, I was like, man, I'm still playing football. Like, this is nuts. And I've been going for an entire year of pure football. So just kind of gave them a heads up on that stuff, and, they're going to do fine. Everybody does.